was that the technology, I believe, was not ready, in the sense that it was a data sharing effort, and data sharing is not as lucrative as the cost of that effort. It turns out that AI gives us that opportunity to create, again, real shared economy, and that's the opportunity we want to talk about in this first session. Before I get there, let me also say that this creating the shared economy, we as a country, India, is somewhat uniquely placed. Okay, so Europe has been doing very interesting things with regulation. It has been stopping everything with regulation. If you talk to a European kid in Paris, and this is an actual experience I had, that you are brainstorming about startup like a 20-year-old kid, but the first thing they will say is, oh, but is it allowed? Is it legal? That's the first thought that a kid thinks in Europe. Because regulation is what their governments do, but regulation is supposed to stop things. US is the other extreme. You go to talk to a kid in Valley, and he'll invent probably a bioweapon just in the name of accelerating in techno-optimism and acceleration. And he will have no block. Most of them are Indian origin too, so you don't. Culture doesn't matter. That kind of freedom and that kind of innovation first approach has its own thing. I think India is the only unique place where something like UPI came up, where a regulator coordinated a product. It's a product. It's not a regulation to stop something. It's a product which the regulator coordinated. And this is the opportunity I'm talking about, that why don't we build up on this and see what we can do in creating our collective intelligence. So here is a very poor diagram. The good thing about these slides is they're definitely not made by ChatGPT. So we deliberately have spelling mistakes and bad images. Okay? It's very important these days. Do not make good slides anymore. I know where they're coming from. So this is the solution. Let's build trustworthy collective intelligence. Let's have agents that represent each and every citizen and each and every organization. And let those agents work together as a collective net of intelligence. So, in this data panel, we will have a panel where we talk about how citizens can build collective intelligence. We'll also have a panel where we'll see what organizations are doing in terms of building their own AI. What we are proposing is that all these individual pieces have to come into a singular net of intelligence, which is negotiating, collaborating with each other in a strategic manner to make a singular offering. And the question is, can that be done? What are the challenges? But there is a solution. There's a solution there is a proposal that can we build a trustworthy collective intelligence across organizations and across citizens. Next slide, please. Already we know that this kind of collaboration happens across sectors. There are three sectors which are of interest in our initial pilots. Of course, banking is the first one. Banking has been trying to do this forever. Anti-money laundering laws, people understand that I need to collaborate with the other bank to make it happen. And now you can do much more. You can do more about even settlements on chain through negotiations which can happen through agents. So banking is a very important sector where this kind of inter-institute collaboration can happen. Cybersecurity. Again, cybersecurity is already collaborated. Any leading CM or any cybersecurity solution relies on threat vectors that have been identified elsewhere and shared with you. If you have worked with a security team or if you have a security team, they are already always telling you what's out there which is dangerous and what we have seen about it. That's because somebody else has told you. So now these type of collaborations can be actively done. It's a very important sector which can happen. And logistics, huge economy, lot of negotiation between the trucks and